Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we livin'. Let's continue our NFL Mount Rushmore series. We are going in alphabetical order. Today it is the Cleveland Browns on this President's Day. Happy President's Day. Hope you're enjoying the day off. If you get one off, I surely am. Try to name the four best players in franchise history. Of course, in my opinion, as a subjective list. Definitely feel free to write in the comments who you would include in your Browns Mount Rushmore. Browns, of course, notorious for not exactly having the most success in recent years, but they do have quite a lengthy history 73 seasons, 1946 to currently. Not including 1996 to 98 when the Cleveland moved to Baltimore. Of course, Cleveland got their team back a few years later in 1999. Over all this time, they have yet to appear in a Super Bowl, but they do have 8 championships. 4 were in the AAFC, which disbanded, and Browns joined the NFL. Browns won NFL championships in the 1950, 1954, 1955, and 1964 seasons. So it's almost been 60 years since a championship team. So let's get in it, though. My Browns Mount Rushmore. Players will be named in alphabetical order by last name. They are not ranked. Let's get started with an obvious one. Still a face maybe of the all-time franchise, even though he hasn't played since 1965. That is Jim Brown. Jim Brown, of course, inducted into Hall of Fame in 1971, first ballot. Was the 6th overall pick by the Browns in the 1957 NFL Draft. He ended up playing 9 seasons, all with the Browns, rushing for 12,312 yards and 106 touchdowns over that time. Also had 20 receiving touchdowns. Led the league in rushing in 8 of his 9 seasons. Led in rushing touchdowns 5 times. Led in yards per attempt twice. Went over the century mark 7 of 9 seasons. Was just 4 yards shy in 1962. For his career, as averaged 100.43 rushing yards per game, which I believe is an NFL. Yes, that is still the all-time NFL record for most rushing yards per game. What an historic career for Jim Brown. Won an NFL championship, 3-time MVP, 9-time Pro Bowler, 8-time All-Pro, 1957 Rookie of the Year, Hall of Fame, 1960s team, Jim Brown, duh. Of course he's going to be on. Another old-timer who is definitely an obvious choice, Otto Graham. Otto Graham, the quarterback, drafted by the Lions, 4th overall in the 1944 NFL Draft, but never played for them. Spent his entire 10-year career with the Cleveland Browns. First 4 seasons, won AAFC championships. Once they got to the NFL in 1950, he went on to win another 3 NFL championships. From 1950 to 1955, won 57, 13, and 1 as a starting quarterback. Was a 7-time All-Pro. For those seasons coming in while he was in the NFL. Led the league in completion percentage 4 times, yards 5 times, touchdowns 3 times. His overall rating of 86.6 is absolutely incredible for the era he played in. First ballot Hall of Famer. Well, excuse me, not first ballot. One of the first Hall of Famers inducted in 1965. Again, obvious choice. Otto Graham. Career numbers include 23,584 yards, 174 touchdowns. Just an incredible career, and still known as one of the best Browns all these years later. Next, we have one of the best tight ends of all time, Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Newsome was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1999, was selected 23rd overall by the Browns in 1978. Ended up playing 13 years all with the Browns, three-time Pro Bowler, first team All-Pro in 1984, twice went over 1,000 yards receiving in 1981 and 84. Altogether in his 13 seasons, 662 catches, 7,980 yards, and 47 touchdowns. Uh, Ozzie Newsome was a member of the Hall of Fame's All 1980s Second Team and the Pro Football Reference All Second Team of the 1980s. Still one of the most productive tight ends in NFL history. Ozzie Newsome played a strong role on many good Browns teams. Unfortunately, none of them were able to make the Super Bowl, and he's the third member. And last, we got Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas, just a stalwart at offensive tackle. Ended up playing 11 seasons all for the Browns after being selected third overall in the 2007 NFL draft. What a career it was for Thomas. Made the Pro Bowl 10 straight seasons to begin his career. Was a first team All-Pro in 6 of them, 2009 to 11 and 2013 to 15. Never missed a start or a game in his first 10 seasons. Before his last season, he dealt with a few injuries before retiring. Gil Brandt of NFL.com did his best offensive tackles of all time list 2 or 3 years ago, and he had Joe Thomas 7th. Again, those Browns teams he mostly played on were miserable. It was not Joe Thomas's fault. He was quite the professional, showed up every day with his lunch pail and just performed, did not let the opposing pass rusher get anywhere near the quarterback. And if you want to take a look at him recently, since he's been retired, he's lost a ton of weight and he looks absolutely incredible. Joe Thomas, the fourth and final member of the Browns Mount Rushmore. Let's go over it again, alphabetical order. Jim Brown, Otto Graham, Ozzie Newsome, and Joe Thomas. As always, there's a bunch of honorable mentions. Some include Clay Matthews, Dick Schrath, Gene Hickerson, Bernie Kosar, Leroy Kelly, Jim Houston, Brian Sipe, Hanford Dixon, Lou Groza, Paul Warfield, 2 current players, Myles Garrett and Nick Chubb, maybe could possibly get on in the future, Mike Pruitt, Greg Pruitt, Marion Motley, Dante Lavelli, Gary Collins, among more. There you have it. 8 down, 24 left to go. Teacher in me says we are 1/4 done with these Mount Rushmores, so they're going by quick. I hope you've enjoyed the ones I've done so far. Tomorrow we will do the Dallas Cowboys. Haven't fully gone over it yet, but I already know that's going to be a challenging one, so stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notification. I love all my new subscribers. I'm out.